Okay. Now where does this lead? The key module. This'll be in my stash when I need it. Okay, let's see if this key fits. There. Looks like this needs a code, too. I think some of the data I picked up might help. Got it! What is this thing? I'll hold on to it for now. Figure out what to do with it later.
Welcome, Outlander.
Time to get Ulvin to blow the whistle, then Wadis to bear light.
Boy, flag. Still here, I see.
I cleared out all the...
Oh, you did?
Now that you've recovered from your shock...
Oh, there, not so. I'll have to send someone out to confirm the kill. Shouldn't take more than a day.
No.
These are innocent Osram lives.
Either you do it now, or...
Ah, I knew you could do it! Friends, gather around. The savior of Meridian has done... you.
What?
Sound the whistle. Jade!
Terrific.
Great.
Yay.
And Ulvund has agreed to personally pay every...
Yeah!
That's more like it.
Yeah! Woo! Yeah! Yeah! Don't...
Yeah. Well, the chain scrape's back to work. Merchants should be open to trade. I should see if they have anything useful before I send Wadis off to Barren Light.
You... look like someone in need of movement.
By slaving the rest of...
Hey, I thought you'd left by now. What?
The way to Barren Light is clear. Get moving.
You're not errant vanguardsman. I will move only when the captain
When
says...
I've cleared out all the bristlebacks, which I have. Captain's orders.
So they're okay?
Banged up, but breathing. And waiting up ahead for you.
But I was supposed to have 3 escorts.
I'm off to Barren Light, Wadis. Like Aloy said, captain's orders. You can stay here.
Abandoned to the riffraff? I think not.
Guess you're coming with me then. See you there, Aloy.
Well, now that that's done, the embassy can finally get underway. If I can get through it, I'll be able to track down Silence. Hades. Maybe even a Gaia backup. Guess I could head straight for Barren Light. Or poke around the Daunt some more first. And maybe take Petra up on that drink.
I'm sorry, I'll be right. Okay, I'm not saying it's a bad idea.
It's a weapon! Kill is the... Not if it blows the user's arm off!
So, you look like someone who's all...
Actually,
But you're just nuts!
I'm...
I got it! Triple the power. Boom! One shot.
Then you are in... How would you like to be the proud owner?
Explosive, done in one.
Yet perfectly...
Are you two from around here?
Nah, the dad sent us out west in search of... Said we'll know it when we see...
Sounds like you
Let's just say that isn't how I want to make my...
So she's
My apprentice. There was an incident.
involving...
Boom!
And Dad's precious homebrew. He should...
Huh. Tell me more.
Saw a scroll when I was a kid by some... Had a scary drawing of a Tenakth warrior hunt. Effective? Yeah. But coming out here, and I am on the brink.
Whereas I will...
I can use machine parts to enhance the user's throw. Well, Boomer here is adamant that it had, namely with
Boomsticks.
Why not?
that. I need the parts to make the first...
Well, for starters, on charger horns.
Yeah, otherwise they... But the real innovation...
There's a mean one east of here.
Boomer! You get him for me. It's...
You have a deal? I should have enough charger horns for Della and Boomer now. Just need a rib from that fang horn they were talking about. I could get around faster if I find a charger to override.
I was hoping. Close attention to your opponent's stance. Read their intentions. Choose your attacks to break their defense.
That should be enough wild meat for Milduf. Got enough charger horns already.
Use your blade.
Just need to find the fang horn and
I see how you earned your reputation.
Yeah!
Yield! I yield! Well fought, friend.
Are you okay?
Yeah. Ooh. Here, have this. Don't be a stranger now.
I should go.
I'll be here if you want to
Took a hammer to your head.
Oh yeah, sure. Get around it. I'll here, what you want.
Aloy.
Tenakth
Change
game.
come for that beer after all. Get a pint.
it.
Wasn't expecting you.
Since when do I do what's...
There's fire and spit. Won't fix the forge, but at least I can.
Like what?
Well, things aren't as bad. But we still got over. If you don't put that down, I'll come over there anyway. Right now, I'm just worried about those refugees to come all this way enduring Forge knows what.
Yeah, I saw.
And therein lies a Stormbird crashed up on, and Talon Cleanbrokers had his eye, but the refugees have mustn't interrupt their sun-scorched ritual.
Huh.
Yeah, well, but overall, not that it matters to Talon. Maybe you could swing by.
So the bristleback.
You're a pig. Blasted things, they just showed up one day, rampaging around the valley, lost some good people. But bless the bellows, that put a dent in Olvin. Now, if only there were some...
But how could bristlebacks and the Daunt?
2 words. Concession decree. Olvind has taken to blaming the car. He's hoping to dig up enough old resentment until the concession... This is just his late... He's been trying to rile up the workers.
About that. I think the bristle...
Now, there's a spark that...
I'm working on it.
By the Forge.
I thought you'd be back in...
Well, after the big bat, but realized it was heard about the rebuilding out at Barren Light. Figured been scraping by it.
You could always...
And go back east. Besides, someone's gotta be a...
What else can you tell me about the Shadow Carja?
Well, they don't call themselves, at least not anymore. But whatever side of the sun they're on, they don't seem to want for nothing except to pray and just...
So they're just camp blocking entry to a wrecked Stormbird?
Don't rightly know. But should they ever wise up and salvage it? A storm, and if they get there first, then not that Tolan Cleanbrokers ever lost sleep over any law.
Who is this tall...
Just some chuff-huffing pondsman. Lived in chain scrapes, and he and Ulvin go back a ways. Like a pair of...
So Tolland works...
Ha! Ulvin might, and he ain't the type to let a few refugees...
So about Ulvin.
Around here,
how'd he end up in charge?
He got here early, like us. He knew rebuilding Barren Light would need... So he jangled purses all of getting investors to front claims on anything. Thing is, all the bankers and the Sun King can revoke those claims at any... That's why he's desperate for the magistrate to sign off on it.
This concession decree.
It's pig diddle, that's...
A writ that would put all Osram claims in the Daunt under Osram law, even though they're on Karja land. It would mean that any existing and timber claims couldn't... No more risk, no more has a claim to pour in the shards. And since Olvind has it would make him richer than a scrap, not to mention Chainscrape would become an Osram, so he could buy enough votes to call himself an elf. He's a sly old badger. Figures if he keeps up the pressure of...
Well, if I'm up that way, I'll talk to the refuge.
Much appreciated.
Petra said Tolland has a shop here in Chainscrape. I could have a word with him first. Now they're mad. descending before the forbidden west. Karja horn. Alright, I should find whoever's in charge here. First, I could resupply at my stash.
Savior, tell me, are you seeking passage into no man's land by any chance?
Maybe. Why do you ask?
Well, to hammer it plain, there's treasure out west. Unclaimed scrap and ancient metal. And I've got a sturdy band of salvagers that knows the lay of the land.
You're not afraid of the Tanakh?
Terrified. But I carry out most of my business in no man's land. Neutral territory and all that. Barren Light is our port of entry. When its doors aren't closed for an embassy. I was hoping your arrival meant they might be opening soon. I've got a business to run, after all.
I want that embassy to happen as much as you do. Believe me, I'm working on it.
Good to know. And keep us in mind. If you do manage to open the way, our main camp will be just past Barren Light. We'll buy any scrap you've got on you. And if you're looking for machine parts, we've got the best in the West. Guaranteed.
All right. Maybe later then.
If you could get those blasted gates open.
Guess I'm not the only one who wants to get those gates open. Where's Erend? It looks like he's had a few.
Broken ribs will do this. Give it a rest.
Savior, you're my last hope.
Conover. She's Meridian.
It's just...
Please, no one will listen.
Really, Conover? You're bothering her with this hogwash?
Some of them must have fled west after. I saw one of our sentries, Loravik. I tried to eavesdrop, but they spotted.
Unfortunately, there's no... And since Conover doesn't deny killing his fellows...
What makes you so sure Lara...
Well, I was too far to hear.
It's not the most outlandish claim.
Crying eclipse is a convenient way to dodge a death...
If I have to die, so be it. But if we ignore this threat, others...
Tell me exactly...
Weeks ago, during a shift. By the time anyone noticed, Nozar didn't see the need to give chase.
Nozar's not one to be sidetracked. Reprimanded the sentries and everyone...
But I couldn't stop thinking about it. Meaning, and Loravik, well, he was too... And after the incident, he started acting... So when I spotted him sneaking out of the barracks, I found him arguing. And when Loravik mentioned the eclipse, the stranger took off and instincts took over.
Why don't you believe it?
We combed the woods. Searched Laravik's bunk. Look, Conover's a good man. I don't believe he murdered but Nozar only listened. And that fact is, Conover killed his...
No, but more clips are out there.
And considering there's no evidence backing up this... Well, Nozar's on edge with the upcoming embassy. But hey, if you find it, please do let us...
The meeting you witnessed.
No.
A dozen soldiers in there.
I can see the daunt.
Thank you.
Don't get your...
Gentlemen.
That's our cue.
You taking the edge off?
You're in a rush, right? So,
How have things...
your silent departure? Helped Avad pick up the pieces after I took a month to bury Ursa in the clay. But when I got back, I got the assignment. I thought that'd be a cakewalk, so of course,
You got blindsided.
a couple more of these, maybe I'll believe you.
I was,
Yeah, we did. Half of them owed her a favor, and the other half... In the end, everybody drank.
Feels like she would have liked.
Yeah, damn straight.
What do you know about the...
Oh, yeah, not much. Only that he said I'm making peace with these. But from what I hear, they're not too big on the whole. They do most of their talking with Blade. So if you're heading their way, be prepared.
I'll keep that in mind. What do you know?
Well, nothing good. They took from the Forbidden West during the Red Raids. Lucky ones became slave labor. You got it. Tanakh made sure to wreck them. I can't say I blame them. And now I vouch that no matter how much new stone they put up.
I am...
Oh, yeah, don't let me stop you. Yeah, I'm...
Errand.
Yeah, all right. I guess what I'm really trying to say...
I know where to find you.
Yeah, don't count on it. Be careful out there. Hey.
Yeah, you!
Lighten up, Paiv. You've got a thick wall of stone between you and...
Are you in charge around here?
Apologies, no. That would be Commander Nozar. I'm Lawan.
I'm here for the embassy. And maybe now that Studious Juarez is here...
Yes, the sun really seems to like his... But the embassy remains delayed. Commander Nozar has signaled but the Tanakh marshals have yet to...
All right, fine.
I'm sure you do, but I'm afraid Normally, the gates are open for any Asaram salvagers, but no one's allowed in or out before an embassy. Now we're open.
So what happens at these...
Mostly trade and negotiation. The Karja offered tribute of food in exchange. The Tanakh that fell during the Red Raid. This particular embassy, however...
Because the Tanakh, they're handing over some sort of...
The exchange has got... You never know if an embassy's going...
You said something about
They're the tribe's elite warriors. They arrive with a contingent of soldiers from each of their 3 clans. Then, during the proceedings, and by negotiate, Paiv over here came back drenched in his own...
It was hot that day.
It was indeed.
Where is this? If he's the one keeping the gates shut, I'll convince...
I'll take you to him. The commander isn't one to break protocol.
We'll see about that.
This way.
There's a lot of activity going on around here.
The Tanakh tore down this place during the Red Raids. 2 years of labor, we still have a long way to go. The work stoppage and chain scrape nearly halted our rebuilding efforts. But I hear a certain Nora got them back to work.
I was just helping out.
Yes, well, I'm sure Ulvin was thrilled. Stand aside, soldier.
Sir?
There's the commander. Better brace yourself. And good luck.
How are we to hold an embassy with a tribe that can't even govern their own people?
What more can you expect from barbarians?
Ah. Yes. The one who cleared the valley for...
We appreciate your service. At least we are ready for the...
Didn't you just give the signal?
Both sides must...
Yea, for as the...
Shut up. Why the delay?
The Tanakh are a tribe composed of 3 clans. How many banners do you see?
You're just gonna wait? Go find out what's wrong.
Oh, this isn't some forgotten corner of the East where you come from, Nora. It's the Forbidden West. If you don't like it, run back to Meridian, file a complaint.
The Meridian I saved, you mean?
That's right. Nobody walks to the gate until the 3rd clan arrives and the Tanakh horn has sounded. Not even the savior of Meridian.
Well, thanks, but I've waited long enough. It's time to go.
Absolutely not. This embassy depends on diligent adherence to... You shall not!
Keep telling yourself that.
Someone approaching! On a machine!
Varl. Open the gates, please.
Do not let her through that gate! That is a direct order!
Sorry, can't do it.
Sir, it's the Savior! I don't care if it's the Dowager Queen herself! The gate remains sealed until that horn grows!
I'm asking nicely.
I don't know what to do.
Hey, Varl.
Hi, Aaron. What's happening?
You know, the usual. Aloy wants something. People try to stand in her way. It's not gonna work.
Oh, that's it! Arrest her!
I'd like to see you try.
Supporting fire?
Yeah, I'm locked and loaded. Hey, Nozar! You stupid bastard. You think you got the authority to keep that door shut in the Savior of Meridian's face? What do you think Sun King Avad is gonna do when he hears what you did? Promote you, huh? Let her through, boys. Saving the world.
Forget something back in Meridian?
Look, Varl.
It doesn't matter. Made it just in time. So this tribe that Murad told us about, Tanakh, we need their permission to go west?
Yeah, well, I figured it'd be nice if they weren't trying to kill me the whole time.
But this embassy hasn't started yet. We're just gonna barge in?
Just no more politics. No more delays.
Oh well. Now at least you have some backup.
I guess I do. We'll see how it goes.
That is the line between East and West. Cross it and die.
Hold on now. Let's take it easy.
None may walk this valley until our signal sounds. That was our accord with the Karja.
I'm not Karja. I came here on my own to ask for rite of passage.
But they opened the gate for you, did they not? What is the meaning of this violation?
Why send a child? Do they want to parley or not?
The Karja can't be trusted. This is no...
Forget the Karja. This has nothing to do with them. I need to go west to save lives. Maybe even yours.
The only lives you can save are your own. By turning back. Now.
Hold! She's telling the truth about one thing. She's not Karja. She's a Nora from the Savage East. And if she seeks to save lives, should we not listen? Let me speak to her. One last favor for a fellow marshal before he's taken away. A fearless, red-headed Nora. You must be the so-called savior of Meridian.
Just Aloy.
I am unyielding Fashav. Once of the Karja High Command, last of the army of the setting sun.
You're Fashav. Avad gave me a message for you. That he waits for you in Meridian, where you belong.
Avad always was polite. Well, now I'm even more curious about you knowing that you have the confidence of the Sun King. But such an association with the Karja could work against you here, as it often has with me. As you can see, tensions are high. This embassy is a delicate affair. They're about to return me to the Sundom, a gesture that might help soothe painful grievances. And now you arrive, unheralded.
I'm not here to cause trouble. I just need to go west.
So you say. I might be able to help, but I need to know why. Along with some assurance that I won't regret it.
I've never seen markings like those.
The Karja Sea ink is decoration. For the Tenakth, a litany of deeds. A record of...
Looks like you vanquished quite...
I've fought my share of battles, but I feel that my life, like this side, shows my martial deeds. Before I die...
How did you come to be?
It's quite a story, though I suppose neither of us is good. Are you sure you want to hear it?
I guess we have time.
Very well. I marched with Sun King hoping to... I failed. They committed unspeakable atrocities. When the clans overran our forward encampment at Cinnabar, I stayed behind to help them and was taken prisoner. I didn't make it easy for and they paid me back in kind on the journey to their camp. I lost so much blood on the way that I was a corpse when they threw me before Chief Hikaro. I thought I was dead for sure, so I...
So when you met the Tenakth chief, you did something...
I kept my ears open as the and I heard mutterings about a kind of... So, when they flung me at Hikaro's feet, I'd called the Kulrut, thinking that by winning I could request a boon. My life, or even my freedom. The other Tenakth howled, but Hikaro stared them down. Evidently, he appreciated He allowed me to participate in the Kulrut.
You said the Kulrut is a Tenakth...
Yes. It doesn't pit men against each other. Instead, the combatants fight machine. Strongest survive. Believe me. It is no machine while hundreds of...
I know more about that.
Do you? Well, then you have my respect. I had hopes for freedom, but...
You wound up serving the Tenakth.
The winners of the Kulrut must serve the chief.
You mentioned that word before. What does it mean?
The word itself refers to a kind of protect and practice. Marshals are Hikaro's roving law, part magistrate, part judge, part execution. I won my place among their ranks and served as on, but many Tenakth still spat on the ground when I walked. But they did, until I started.
I guess that's one way to deal with it.
As you may have noticed, violence is the native tongue. To survive, one must master it. The truth is, though, the Karja speak it too. I can't blame the Tenakth for hate.
So then, are you...
Part of me. Yet there is much to admire about the Tenakth. I've heard stories about what it was like before. 3 clans always at war. Hikaro and the marshals have crafted a delicate peace, and now he looks to the future. Who knows? Maybe
The Karja talk about Hikaro as if he's...
The Karja feel compelled to demonize him if only because... It is true that he is fierce. When I was first taken before him, I thought he would... But he is no bloodthirsty tyrant. I think that if you were fortunate enough to meet him, you would find that he only wants the best. I hope you do speak to him. I'm sure you'd interest him. So... The Karja need to know...
Yeah. The way you... Are you glad to be going...
Oh, I'll admit that I wouldn't mind sleeping or sipping one. But I have another goal. As someone who knows the Tenakth, then I'm in a unique... If Sun King Avad is amenable, my hope is to...
The Tenakth don't seem that people...
They're not, as a rule. Chief Hikaro knows that survival, even if that change means putting...
You asked. I'll tell you. But you won't like my... 6 months ago, the world all... It's getting worse every... Calling down storms, poisoning... The source of it all has gone west.
I've seen the signs. And I've an army of demons, vanquished by a red... The burden of your task is written across your face clearer than... I'll grant you this. To serve as proof of your right to travel into Tenakth lands. A task so important. And it's just the 2 of you. Take it from one who aspires to be a diplomat. Allies are essential. Chief Hikaro knows the West better than anyone. He can be intimidating to others, but don't let that... He is a man of his word.
Maybe. If I need him.
Your choice. You can find him at his palace, past the mountains to the southwest. Tell him I sent you, and he'll listen to
Look! The Sky Clan's banner.
Marshals. It wasn't easy, but I brought the Sky Clan with me.
And the commander?
No. I could only convince a few. He isn't yet aware we left.
We have banners from all 3 clans. If there are fewer from the Sky Clan, it can't be helped.
He's right. Sound the horn.
What's going on?
Not all Tenakth can stomach the idea of parley with the Karja, but enough have come for us to begin.
Then I'll be on my way.
No! The other marshals will not permit it. You wanted safe passage, you have it. After the embassy.
The Karja have opened the gates.
As the sun rises over a land at war, so too can it set over a land at peace. Today is such...
Hear me, marshals! You who claim to be Tenakth!
Regala. Chief Hikaro's biggest mistake. A rival whom he should have killed.
You have forgotten that our people were born in blood. The blood of the Karja. Instead, you pledge your spears to a chief who conspires with the enemy. Hikaro has betrayed us. The embassy is proof. And all of you marshals are his accomplices. For this, I condemn you to death.
You'll need more than toothless threats to intimidate us. Exile.
Lancers, form up!
They're riding machines!
Where'd they learn to do that?
Silence.
Vashav! Come with us now, or not at all!
Archers! Light them up!
Get to cover!
Archers! Keep them back! Left flank! To the Karja! Run them down!
First shot! What happened? Can you see?
It's just us now.
Hey! Calm down and fight fair! Lancers! Take the center! Get ready!
Stick to cover! Archers on the ridge! Here they come!
We're spotted.
Vengeance for Pasha!
The rider's still standing!
You'll pay for that!
That was all I had.
You're the prey today!
Cut them all down!
Let's stay down! They got one of the marshals! Hey, how's that armor? Have you never faced Nora warriors before?
Enough! You, Outlanders! I'll skin you both!
Chief, grant me the honor of this challenge.
Granted.
You're next, girl.
I've never seen a shield like that. Better scan it. That's my chance. Hut! Really? Give it up! His shield's regenerated. That shield will break if I hit hard enough. Shield's gone. He's vulnerable. Your turn! Come down here and face me!
No! It was an honorable challenge. You've earned your life today. Comrades! Mark this day! Today you have decimated the Marshals! Slaughtered the Karja! So begins our war on Hikaru. Move out!
Get him to the camp. Now.
You gonna make it?
You're going on without me, aren't you? Guess I'm stuck with Aaron. For now.
Come on. I'll take you back to the fort.
I got you.
It's salvage time, boys.
I don't think it can take a hit. I should be able to use it to glide.
Aloy. We're still trying to sort out this mess. Seems like the Tenakth have a civil war in their hands.
That sounds about right. The Marshals weren't expecting Regala to attack.
And the entire Karja delegation was slain. Nozar, Voidis, Vashav, a massacre. What will you do now?
I have to head west. Hopefully this rite of passage is still good. For what I'm after, I'll cross all of Tenakth territory if I have to.
Then you have a long road ahead of you. This is only the threshold of the Forbidden West. The Tenakth's true domain lies over the mountains that border Plainsong, home of the Utaru tribe.
This isn't Tenakth territory?
All that out there? That's no man's land. It was supposed to be neutral ground, Though, obviously this Regala ignored that. Her rebels approached from the north, with all those machines they were riding. They must have made camp up that way.
The rebels were riding bristlebacks. And there were bristlebacks in the Daunt.
Are you saying the rebels let them into the Daunt? How would that even be possible?
I don't know. But it's worth looking into.
While you're at it, there were a number of Karja and Oseram who went out there before the gates were shut for the embassy. Maybe you could check in on them. See if they're all right.
I can keep an eye out. Is there a tall neck somewhere nearby?
A tall neck? There's that one, over there, near the Utaru border. But why?
It's hard to explain. It'll help me get the lay of the land.
If you say so. Is there anything else I can tell you before you go?
You said the Tenakth lands are... What can I expect to find between...
Well, as I mentioned, and then New Utaru past that, their territory is split into 3 clans.
Right. I saw...
The Desert Clan is close, where everyone else sees an inhospitable... somewhere beyond the desert and the territories of the...
You don't sound...
During the Red Raids, the Karja... But the United Clans rose up against them.
So no one except...
All those scrolls...
You mentioned the Utaru tribe.
That's right. They're a peaceful bunch. More taken to farming than...
It's hard to imagine a bunch of farmers.
Make no mistake, they have. When the Karja will push their warriors chased ours through the Sun King has made simple, but so far...
If they're so peaceful...
Don't know. I heard they have their own troubles to deal with. You'd think that'd make them open to trade, but...
This area is no...
That it is. But after Avad, he reached out to the other tribes to offer reconciliation. The Tenakth agreed to a Karja and Oseram.
But now, it's...
Well, I'd never call the ancient ruin remnants of some forgotten...
You said there were others who...
Well, in addition, there were a couple of other parties of... Even saw 2 Karja scholars. Not sure if they're exceptionally...
Fashav called Regala a rival.
Yeah, I reckon he should have. Her attack was...
They knew the lay of the... And they knew Fashav was going to be handed... If the Tenakth... She must have spent months...
They had to have made somewhere they could lie low.
About Fashav.
Survived for years out in the woods. A cruel end.
There was more. He spoke of advocating for...
Too late for that now.
What will happen to...
His body will be as a cousin of the Sun King. No soldier could ask.
It's too bad.
At least Nozar went down fighting. Well, I'll make sure they're given proper fuel.
Do you think the Karja will take... Seems like you'd have...
An expedition of the Karja be taken as the start. Sun King of That said, we...
I'd need to be out.
Then I wish you luck. And don't worry about your friend.
I appreciate it.
Sun watch over you, Abe.